India has just cracked open one of the most secretive doors of the Indian state, its nuclear sector. With the SHANTI Bill, New Delhi has rewritten a 60-year-old rule book, ending monopoly, inviting private participation, and signaling nuclear confidence to the world. But even before the ink could dry, there was outrage, not in Vienna, not in Washington, but in Islamabad. A country drowning in debt, harboring world's most wanted terrorists, and burdened by one of the darkest nuclear proliferation scandals in history, is suddenly concerned about India's nuclear safety. So as India reforms its atomic future, we ask why Pakistan, of all countries, is trying to sound the alarm. And more importantly, whose nuclear program should the world really be worried about? Hello and welcome. You're watching Statecraft with me, Geeta Mohan. On the 15th of December, the Sustainable Harnessing and Advancement of Nuclear Energy for Transforming India Bill, or SHANTI Bill 2025, was tabled in the Lok Sabha. If fully enacted by Parliament, it will repeal the Atomic Energy Act 1962 and the Civil Liability for Nuclear Damage Act 2010, laws seen as barriers to investment and innovation in India's nuclear landscape. Under SHANTI, private companies incorporated in India can engage in diverse nuclear pursuits, including fuel fabrication, transportation, and storage of spent fuel, and import-export of prescribed nuclear equipment. Foreign-controlled entities, however, will remain barred from holding licenses. Sensitive domains like fuel enrichment, reprocessing, and heavy water production remain firmly under government control. Now, significantly, the bill caps liability for nuclear incidents at 300 million special drawing rights, roughly aligned with international norms, and establishes statutory status for the Atomic Energy Regulatory Board, bolstering oversight and safety. Pakistan's objections come against a backdrop of its own nuclear history, a history marred by scandal, illicit proliferation, and chronic opacity. At the heart of this story is Dr. Abdul Qadir Khan, the metallurgist who helped build Pakistan's bomb and then exported the very technologies that powered nuclear proliferation. By contrast, India's nuclear trajectory has been transparent, structured, and tightly regulated under international safeguards. India earned a waiver from the Nuclear Suppliers Group in 2008 because of its clean, non-proliferation record, civil-military separation of facilities, and adherence to safety protocols, privileges Pakistan has never secured. Unlike India, which maintains a declared no first-use policy, Pakistan's doctrine remains deliberately ambiguous, and its strategic posture is built on tactical weapons and battlefield nuclear options rather than far-ranging deterrence. Beyond words, there's evidence of genuine concern among global analysts about the cohesion and reliability of Pakistan's nuclear decision-making, especially when political instability, internal fractures, and competing power centers intersect with the highest stakes imaginable: atomic weapons. So let's be clear about what the world is witnessing. India opens its nuclear sector with laws, liability caps, regulators, and international safeguards, and Pakistan responds with lectures. A country whose bomb was built through smuggling, whose technology was sold to rogue regimes, whose economy survives on begging bowls, and whose nuclear arsenal sits under the shadow of jihadi rhetoric, now claims the moral high ground. If global watchdogs are truly worried about nuclear safety, they might want to look west of India's borders, at a state that lied for decades, proliferated in secret, and still refuses transparency. Because the real danger to the world is not India reforming its nuclear energy sector. The danger is pretending Pakistan's nuclear record deserves to be taken seriously. Thank you for watching Statecraft.